I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
There's no shame in living life for its pleasures.
My sincerest apologies. Lady Wilhelmina is attending to a patron at present.
This place always puts me at ease.
It's a shame.
Have you given the matter some more thought, Wilhelmina? I would have no other as my personal courtesan. I want you all to myself. When I imagine you in the arms of another, my heart feels apt to rend itself from my breast.
Allard, pray forgive me, but I think 'twould be best for you to leave. We can discuss this matter another time.
But why? We've only just...
I am attending to a burden that all women must bear. I trust I need not elaborate further. I did not take you for the voyeuristic type. Why don't you come in? You have my thanks. Had I not noticed your presence, I might have slain him there and then. 'Tis no jest. You see, everything I've done these past few years has been leading up to this. I am here to kill him. But I cannot simply end his life. Oh no. I must first expose his misdeeds. Only then will I allow myself to grant him the miserable end he deserves. Or so I'd sworn, but I've yet to find a single shred of evidence. Perhaps the time has come to surrender this crusade. You would lend me your aid. But I've done nary a thing to earn it. And recall that I've devoted years of my life to his pursuit, with naught to show for my troubles. If the proof I seek yet exists, 'twill not be so easily uncovered. I suppose there is truly naught I can do. Save deliver him a gruesome demise for all to behold, that is. Still, if you insist upon searching for evidence of his crimes, 3 days. I will give you 3 days to find what you seek. I shall wait patiently, though not with bated breath. I don't imagine you'll find aught so long after the fact. And yet, still, I shan't grant you more than 3 days. You'd best be off.
I'm just grateful I get to lead a quiet
Crowns and
life.
politics are no concern of mine.
All this quiet makes me come more anxious.
Ah, good, you return. I find myself on edge when you stray from my line of sight.
Fancy stroll through town. See what I can find.
Time to find me a mark. There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
You have my fullest confidence. To think that the proprietress of the Myrmecolian was plotting such a thing. Under normal circumstances, I would not overlook such a clear admission of murderous intent. But this is Allard we speak of. Of all the Queen Regent's sycophants, he possesses the greatest authority. His fall from grace would do much to further our cause. But where to find the evidence we seek? Perhaps the merchants he deals with possess aught that could serve us. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter, though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think.
Shall we make for the merchant quarter and investigate the abodes of merchants with ties to Minister Allard? Then follow me. I'll lead the way.
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Pray, follow me.
Good day, sir.
We have arrived.
That's one piece of evidence in hand. We might search for more if you are so inclined, Master.
I suppose 'tis so.
Ponder what I can do with this life. What to do? Well, next, growling time.
You have my fullest confidence. Merchants with connections to Allard will reside in the merchant quarter, though they're not likely to divulge their secrets readily. Some piece of physical evidence would be far less easily refuted than mere testimony, I should think. Interesting. So Allard has been leveraging his position to line his pockets, right under the Queen Regent's nose. I doubt she will be happy to learn of this. Yes, this should be more than enough to disgrace him. However, 'tis not enough for me to condone his assassination, of course. If your intent is not to kill him, but merely denounce him, then I will gladly assist you however I can. I see. Perhaps that would be best. Enlisting the aid of Regent King Thorn. may shine light on all we've overlooked.
What's to be done about this?
How to spend the day. Well met, sir. I script you. Puts me in the mood for a song. Might be a predicament.
At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
Do you know how long you'll be? I only ask so that I might adopt the most effective stance to recuperate my strength.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I'm just grateful, I guess. Wonder if anyone will notice if I stay here a bit.
Glad I am to see you well. I've been wondering how you were getting on. Have you learned aught of the intent behind that letter? No progress as yet, then. Well, should you uncover anything, pray do share it with me. Sir Augustine is to return to Vermont. Mayhap I ought pretend I ne'er heard that. He and my mother are politically opposed, you see. A fact for which he was effectively exiled. He'll find no safe harbor here. If you mean to escort him, you'd best be cautious, friend. You wish to expose Allard's misdeeds. I know not whether I can assist you in this, friend. Ah, but of course, Patrick may know aught that could aid you. Go to his manor come nightfall. If you say you are in my employ, you should be allowed entry with no issue.
It's on me to bear what you're
I must ask you to leave this place at once.
I really would have been better off a base acting up today.
I better get to work.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses. Follow me, if you would. Here we are.
Allard. Long have I borne witness to the man's arrogance, and long has it infuriated me. I visited his manor once. I recall that he was rather particular about the placement of his paintings. Mayhap he's concealed aught behind one. 'Tis just the sort of thing one would expect from a man who places so much stock in appearances. Shall I summon him here? You could make use of his absence to steal into his manor and inspect his art collection. Excellent. I will send word to him presently of some urgent matter that requires his intervention. Once you've seen him depart his manor, make your way inside and stay alert. We may not get a second chance at this.
I suppose I could use a moment to catch my breath. I've got a good view of the landscape from up here. Mayhap I'll spot something of interest.
I suspect this will suffice as proof.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Perhaps I'll have a nap. Spend the noon in dreams. Sometimes I wonder if I'd be better off a hermit.
Wood before my head.
As you wish. I shall return directly.
Time to find me a mark. Leave the coin.
This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Nothing's harder than living in honest.
I've got the sharpest ears in town.
You have my fullest confidence. Mayhap. Regent King Sven's assistance would grant us some beneficial information. This is a memorandum of Allard's. According to this, afore attaining his current status, he was in the employ of a merchant. And in order to claim the merchant's property as his own, he murdered the man and his wife, staging it as an accident. It is a grave affair indeed. Should this article prove genuine, I have every faith 'twould be sufficient to condemn him for all time. The deed was monstrous, and yet, considering my position, I am afraid I cannot condone the man's assassination. I know not the path I should follow. What is your intent going forward, Your Majesty? Very well. I will place my faith in you, Your Majesty. However, know that should he be assassinated, I cannot offer you my aid. Now, pray bear the evidence you've discovered to the Myrmecolian. I will do everything in my power to assist you.
So, the captain is willing to aid you, only if you do not stain your hands in blood. I hope you shan't disappoint him.
I quite agree.
Quite a predicament.
If he asks me again, I'll claw out his eyes.
I cannot afford another night of cavorting.
We have reached our destination.
Have no fear, Master. I'll fare all right without you for a little while.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
From me to bear what
A place to soothe the spirit, this. A place to soothe the spirit.
Bear in mind,
this.
such as you don't.
Drawn to quiet spots like this.
Now,
So, you've returned. I confess, I thought you might not. I was ready to settle things myself. Well, did you find what you were looking for? Thank you. I can't believe you found this. All that remains is to end that man's life with my own hands. I've no other tasks for you. This partnership of ours has come to a close. Unless you intend to see this through till the end. You're a curious one, aren't you? But what's just as curious is that I can't bring myself to refuse you. All right, if you're offering your aid, then I'll gladly accept it. Come with me. Allard is in the room to the left. Go in and restrain him for me, would you? Never mind the mask. Consider it a charm of sorts.
At last. It feels like an age has passed since... What is this? Who are you?
Don't let him escape.
Do not waste... Get your hands off me, you fiend! Don't you know who I am? Oh, you hanged for this impudence!
Oh, Allard. I've always wanted to see you like this.
That voice... Wilhelmina! But why? Why would you...
Do you still fail to recall? Even with this mask staring you in the face. But I suppose for a man such as you, a little murder here or there is hardly worth remembering.
What mockery is this?
In your youth, you slew 2 individuals. The merchant whom you served, and his wife. They had a child, as I am sure you are aware. A newborn babe who was spirited away by her loyal wet nurse.
You mean to tell me you were their child? But how can this be? Your mother, she was a beastren. Surely her child would be one as well.
A fair assumption. But for better or worse, I didn't take after my mother. Save for in one respect. This is for my mother. And is for my father. The time has come for all your sins to come to light, Allard.
Mr. Allard, has something happened?
We've been noticed. I suppose a scream that hideous was bound to attract some attention. We can't leave the way we came in. Fortunately, there's a window here.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust.
I was afraid I might find you here. I cannot believe you would stoop to such... No. This is not the time. You will be able to slip out the rear entrance. Follow me, and quickly.
That was certainly well handled. I suppose I ought not to have expected any less. Pray, visit me at the Myrmecolian tomorrow evening. I'll prepare aught by way of thanks. Till then, be well.
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
I cannot believe it. You killed Allard. You realize this could jeopardize our plans for your ascension. I will do what I can to obscure your involvement in this matter. However, bear in mind that you may have to shoulder the burden of your own heedlessness in future.
To break the law is to be thrown in jail.
As I understand it, the pay of a jailer is miserable for all their toil.
Then a bribe might avail us, should the time come.
Would that all my days were so tranquil. Not sure how much longer I can hold out. Not every patron.
I would appreciate your swift return, Master. A fell unease begins to gnaw at me when you are gone over long.
I suppose all we can do is wait.
I've a nose for rumors of every ilk.
There's no shame.
Sure what to do with myself today. A place to soothe the spirit. Fair winds.
Good to see you, Master.
I'm always doing about a dozen things at once. Why is this not... What?
Nothing to do.
it about time we had ourselves a meal? Oh, what I wouldn't give... a bowl of hot stew.
Enough to make me rich.
Apart from my joints, I've naught to complain of.
This is my favorite place in all the town.
I'm in fine fettle today.
Stomach's complaining. What'll have
Come on, have a look.
Oh, the sight of yon ox cart has brought all my fatigue to the fore. Shall we climb aboard?
One hopes these carts offer comfort commensurate to their cost.
I'm just grateful I get to lead it my life.
So tired. I can get just about anywhere.
If you must go off on your own, there's naught to be done. I only hope you'll return sooner rather than later.
'Tis not our place to hurry the Arisen.
The sky always puts me in a contemplation.
Could use a bit of excitement in my life.
Some call it cultured, I call it dull.
What's to be done about
I'll
this?
go on an adventure of my own. This is where I come when life gets...
The sky always puts me in a contemplative mood.
Happiness is full skin.
You have done what you set out to do, I trust. Then come, Master. Let us quit this place.
No quarrel here.
Such peace.
Apologies, Master, but you will have to make do without us for the time being.
I'll go on an adventure of my own.
Nothing like being spoiled by a good patron.
On me to bear what
Thank you. I finally achieved my purpose here, and I owe it all to you. 'Twould seem the residents of the palace have chosen to treat Allard's untimely passing as an accident. I imagine they deemed it safer not to make a fuss of the incident after perusing the evidence you uncovered for me. Shrewd as a den of foxes. I'll give them that. I truly cannot thank you enough. But I want to try. Just this once, I'll give you something special. I'll grant unto you the sweetest of dreams. I know not what I would do without you. You have my thanks, but 'tis time to say farewell for now. Just know that my bordlery will e'er be your haven, should you have need of it.
Over here, if you please.
So tight. I'd kip just about anywhere.
Little enough gold to spend as Diaz. This ladder can take us to new heights.
Perhaps new discoveries await us above.
Wouldn't say no to a bit of excitement.
What else needs doing?
Bearing well, I hope. Welcome.
Mayhap I
Mistakes this time.
What I need
today.
customers who stop buying packages. I can't wait to see what the day holds.
I can't complain, mind.
You shan't hear me complain about an early...
I feel refreshed and ready for a new day.
Off we go, then.
I don't know about you, but I am full of vim and vigor.
My body's not forgiven me for last night's scuffle.
Now here's a welcome sight. None of us is guaranteed tomorrow.
That is quite the quandary.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no cook, am I?
Only care I have is how to spend the day.
One can never be too careful.
Precious little time. This ox cart's bound for the checkpoint rest town. I'll need to see some coin before I let you on.
There's no easy thing. Making a living as a soldier.
Now here's a welcome.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Be sure to aim true.
I am attentive and loyal, and prefer to remain by...
You would gather materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
About time you showed up. We've been waiting for you. Our mission is simple. Sir Augustin will board the ox cart, and we must safeguard it from would-be assailants till it reaches its destination. See to it that none approach. The Queen Regent's supporters will come for Sir Augustin's head. Of this, we can be certain.
Oh, a quiet day is a welcome one. Come along now.
What was that sound? Who's there?
Hold a moment. I'll be handling Augustine's escort from here.
Foul brigand! We shan't allow Sir Augustine to fall prey to the likes of you!
There's no need for theatrics. I know your aim here. Ah, here's a surprise. We met at the tavern, remember? Fair warning, cuz this craven isn't worthy of your trust.
He speaks madness! Subdue him at once, ere he injures our noble charge!
Why, if 'tisn't Sir Ragnall from the tavern. Now, too.
You would betray me. Have you lost all sense?
You believe me, then? That's a bit of a relief, actually. Thanks, cuz.
Freshly rested as we are, this battle ought to be in our favor.
Curse you! All that planning and... for what?
Phew! I appreciate the confidence, cuz 'twas a welcome surprise. But I can't linger here, I'm afraid. My apologies for this. Follow after me, if you can. Succeed, and I'll share the truth of all of this.
The decision is yours, Arisen. I trust in your judgment.
Watch for an opportunity.
least as a previous loss. Not far to go now. Keep your focus.
Can't lie there! Strike now! The monster's left us a parting gift. I'll see it safely into my pack, don't you worry.
Ah, now here's a surprise.
At least all our efforts weren't for naught.
Huh. I'll have to remember to tell my own master about this.
Come to think of it, we're all of differing vocations, aren't we? Shoppers! Seems as though it's taken them. Over so soon? Why, we seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I've got you. Use this chance to recover. Spell will empower you. Elemental magic.
Master? Master, can you hear me? Are you unharmed?
Pray seek an exit. I shall search for a way to rejoin you.
We meet again. Hoy there. I take it you lost your footing as well? You seem to have fared better than I did. I took the fall for Augustine, only to find myself waist deep in monsters. Still, so long as he escaped, I'd wagered that makes this a job well done. Speaking of, I was to tell you the truth behind all of this, wasn't I? I'll be glad to oblige you, of course, but we ought to get moving first. What say I explain while we search for an exit? time to get to work. Not bad. From what I've seen of your skills during that mess in the tavern and today's business, I can say you're really something. And my word ought to carry a fair bit of weight, considering my reputation as a warrior of unparalleled skill. Though of late, I've mostly been playing escort to spineless nobles. Turns out, as a sellsword proves himself, the list of those who can afford his services grows shorter and comes to be written in finer ink. Makes for a duller life, though I can't say I've any complaints about the weight of my pockets. Still, I hunger for a real battlefield, where a single misstep spells death. I crave the simplicity of it. There's naught else like it. The clashing of bodies and wills. I'd not say no to a fight with you. Let's have at it when I'm all healed up, eh? Mayhap, I'll not give you a choice in the matter. I'm not sure what's brought me here. I suppose I'll have a few drinks and hit the hay. That escort mission was a trap concocted entirely for your benefit, you know. It was supposed to give those responsible a means to incriminate you. But Augustin is no fool. He had his doubts about his summons to Vermin and hired me to watch over him in an unofficial capacity. So I looked into the cart that would be escorting him, and lo and behold, I found your name. But 'twasn't on the list of hired guards, oh no. Rather, your name was on the list of persons to be on guard for. In short, you had been called in to act the part of the culprit. Mark my words, if you'd carried on with them, Augustin would have been slain, and you would have been held responsible. You'd not have stood a chance against all that if it hadn't been for me. Aye, methinks I've earned my pay this time, and then some. I protected my charge and got you away from the scene without your being branded a murderer and thrown in jail. Now all that remains is to escape this place. I expect we'll find a way out soon enough, if we only press on. Still, I've got to wonder where this craven plot came from, and what you did to warrant it. One thing's for certain, you must have powerful enemies in Vermin. But why? 'Tis not as though you're the Arisen true. What? You are the Arisen? Ha! 'Tis a small world indeed. You've piqued my interest even further, cuz I've no business here. Lest I hit the road. Right, let's press on. Judging from the flow of air here, the exit can't be far. Well, this is a right awful place to be cut short. At least you made it out all right. Don't worry, cuz I'll be fine on my own. After all, I can't afford to die here. We haven't had ourselves a real bout yet. We'll see each other again. You can count on that. And when we do, you'd best be ready for the fight of your life.
We are reunited at last, Master. I do hope you encountered no trouble. In the cave.
That's that, then.
Good thing I'm here, really. I know just where to go. This way, if you please. If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
Fascinating.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Now I feel a fool.
We'll find a use for it, I'm sure.
But of course, Arisen. You may depend upon me. What is it, Master? You don't look as if you need my help. Nothing like a jaunt through the woods to put a spring in one's step.
I suppose 'tis too much to ask that we pass through unmolested.
That's just what I was thinking. Keep your ears pricked. Our foes might betray themselves with the slightest sound.
Be sure to keep your wits about you.
Goblin!
Fire won't do much good here. Let's try it.
Broken, but methinks there is still a way forward here.
Could you come over here? Burn your fingers.
I today, Willoughby, in your tent.
Still in one piece? That's something. You are mighty indeed, Arisen. Uncommon materials can be found here, methinks.
Well, well, that's quite a discovery.
You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
No harm shall come to you.
Keep trying to catch hold. The paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me.
Well, well. Color me a surprise. Come to think of it, I long to make things right after what transpired at the coronation. I hope never to experience the like of that sensation again.
I'll gather these now. 'Twould be a shame to forget their location when we need them most.